Hello everyone, Agion here, another Age of Empires 2 replay. So on the right side, as the blue Incans, we have Superpetiot. Petiot? Spawning as the green Teutons, we have Zippigdog34. Spawning as the orange, Mongols, we have Aledalla96. I'm butchering these names so bad. And in the blue, as the Bretons, we have zazu17. And we are here on Black Forest, aka the most turtly of all the maps in general. I suppose some naval maps are a bit more turtly. Let's go ahead and fast forward. We do got the water buffalo, what's it called, or just cow. I thought that water buffalo for some odd reason. They even have a cowbell. Wood is being harvested by green, and he is going quite heavily. Wood seems a little bit early to me. And a little bit dispersed on the cows right here. But they has a lot of villagers. What the heck was that? And we also got boar here. Boar does get claimed and it's being harvested by blue, as well as the cow. Over here, we do got both boar being harvested by red. Looks like he already finished off all of his cow. And we got boar being harvested over here, very far away. But wait, isn't he the Mongol player? The Mongols have pretty good harvesting rates for wild animals, if I remember correctly. And look, there's a group of 3 boar there. This is a great spot for a mill. And harvesting from 2 boar at once, that should give him a huge boon in food. Red and blue are both teched up. We also got the palisades already going down. The lines have been drawn. Yep, looks like this is a 2v2 map, if I forgot to mention. Green and blue are allies. Orange and red are allies. And it looks like the team bottom side went ahead and drew the lines. Orange walls off of houses. We do got a palisade over here, so it looks like both sides are going to be content on ecoing. Neither side's going to be super aggressive, but red may be a bit more aggressive, going for a straight for a castle. 16-minute castle, that's not half bad. We see stone. Yes, stone is being gathered. There's a lot of stone here. So, red will probably do some aggression. Looks like also built some stone walls as well. And the tower is going ahead and shooting away. You notice here also there is an opening in that stone wall for the tower itself. And the stone wall has come down for blue. Actually, just in range of the tower as well. Looks like everybody's went ahead and going up the castle. Green actually went for fishing traps here. Plenty of room there for fishing traps. I'm saves room away from farms. Red's Eagle Warrior is actually over here, so he has a lot of scouting information available. So is Orange's. Oh wait, no, that's the it's an auto scout. I have no issue with people using auto scout. Apparently some people do have issues with auto scouts, but both of the top sides scouts are an auto scouting formation. I saw Green's scout cavalry right there. Perhaps could put it in the center just so it has vision anything passing through. We do got the trade cards coming on out for the team top side. Green also has trading carts as well. Perhaps they should stick some lumberjacks. Yeah, no, that's house. Lumberjacks here just to make it more of a straight line. See, a lot of tech coming on up. Green just now going for loom as well. Guess Green didn't go for boar whatsoever. Heard some rugs being claimed. And I think a wolf... Oh, nope, looks like the wolf won. That's what happens if you don't get loom. Oh yeah, let's see. 91 villagers for red, 97 villagers for green, and blue only has 65. So blue's not super efficient with his villager production. We also got some trebuchets coming on out. I'm going to go ahead and pause. We'll put it back to normal speed, and here we have the first big engagement: trebuchets versus castle. It's going to be a very one-sided engagement. And stone walls are coming to reinforce. He already recognizes castle's loss, so decided just to reinforce the area. We do got a handful of Eagle Warriors, and I just saw an upgrade for them. Looks like now the elite Eagle Warriors. Imperial Age is coming in for orange. He's the last one to tech up to Imperial Age. We do got a large number of elite skirmishers here, as well as longbows. Looks like blue is eyeing for ranged combat, which in these tight choke points, I can easily see the appeal in that. So got some mangonels as well as a camel up here. It's just a sort of reserve force. Looks like the primary source of aggression will be right here, perhaps for both teams as well. Another good outlet maybe through right here. There are three main pathways. Orange has set up gates here, and looks like green is sieging those houses now. There's a lot of houses here. It'll take quite a bit of time just to break through. We do got a castle here, an unusual spot. Can easily be trebucheted, but I don't think it has a range to really cover this area as well. I'd say that's a bad spot for a castle. Perhaps he should have sent some villagers over here just to clean up these miscellaneous trees. Red is setting up another castle. And it looks like just some harassing artillery fire. Go ahead and fast forward once again, because trebuchets lobbing rocks over and over again against houses is nothing too fantastic. We do got a handful of trebuchets coming in for ready for some counter artillery, and we do also have some Teuton Knights right there, as well as some bombard cannons. So it looks like green is in a great position here and combatively. Let's take a quick look at the economics. Green has a little bit oversaturation villagers, but that's generally fine. Having a reserve could be good, especially on this map where it tends to be drawn out and very, very slow, to say the least. Oh, I didn't see this. Red has went ahead and broke through the forestry here using an onager. And now these elite Eagle Warriors are going to be storming straight into the town centers. And he hasn't realized it just yet. There's no response up here. First villagers go down. In fact, this town center could potentially go down. There's a lot of Eagle Warriors here, and he's going to kill off a lot of these villagers before they even garrison. Just now starting the garrison, he could force... not a whole lot of guys in here. Only 3 arrows. He's going to go ahead and straight up siege the town center. Now we do have a response. We do got the longbowmen and skirmishers coming on forward. Over here, looks like some of the trebuchets have been cleaned on up. We do got the Teuton Knights and the skirmishers now moving forward, but the mangonels are on the... not mangonels. Magodais are on the high ground, getting that increased damage bonus of like 25%, I believe it was, and receive 25% less damage from units on the low ground. Orange does have a great defensive position here, and looks like the trebuchets are moving forward, so he can't siege the castle from inside his own walls. And the Magodais are really good versus siege. They get bonus damage versus them, so they can quickly go forward and kill off the trebuchets. There goes the Magonel. And these elite Eagle Warriors are doing some significant work. He didn't actually finish the town centers, but they're just slaughtering everything. He goes and kills off these 2 centers to help prevent blue from rebuilding. More and more Eagle Warriors are streaming on in as well. Taking out this market would be great because it will disrupt green's economy as well. So I would say destroy the town center and the market. Green needs to stop sieging and aid his ally. His ally is in severe trouble. And look, how many villages does red have left? Oh, blue. 41, 40. It's counting down faster. 2 town centers down, so it'll be tolerable to replace them all. But he needs his teammates' support. He is now sending his longbows in. He is doing some good damage to these Eagle Warriors, but Eagle Warriors, the Incan ones, have pretty good pierce armor. 8 pierce armor. Even these longbows won't do a huge amount of damage. The Incan player got a good spawn in fighting against the Briton player because he's going to rely on archers, and these Eagle Warriors specialize versus archers. We got a castle being set up over here trying to protect this town center, but now we also got some trebuchets coming on in. More and more villagers going down for blue. Where is green? He's pushing forward, but not making enough headway to justify him ignoring his teammate. This castle's at risk going on down. This town center's going down as well. He still has one over here. It's actually currently garrisoned. And the longbowmen are just getting overwhelmed by the Eagle Warriors. There goes one of the castles. This one still is far from completion. He's actually going to try... No, it looks like he's going to focus on the villagers once again. Blue only has 22 villagers. He's been sent back to the Dark Age villager count. Starting now to deal with these Eagle Warriors, but he's about ready to lose his other castle. He lost his incomplete castle as well. And there goes town center. Blue was pretty much knocked out of this game. And green, even for all that headway, he's now sending a response force in, or he just hasn't shown his teammate any sort of support. He can send his teammate a lot of food, or wood and gold, which allows him to mass produce a bunch of longbowmen if he had any castles left. And now we do have Green's army, at least the detachment force is finally here, but they're mostly they're just the trash units. Nothing to deal with decisively against these Eagle Warriors. The Eagle Warriors will do quite a bit of damage. There's actually a handful of Teutonic Knights here. But, yeah, while Green's force is large enough to handle it, Blue has lost way too much. Market's not down either, so that's a bit of an oversight, I would say, from Red. If he takes out the market, it'll disrupt Blue's economy, and actually 2 relics were claimed by Blue as well. We do got the Mongols now pushing on forward. Has a large number of onagers, which is more than enough to siege this gate. But nothing really to contest with this castle, but the castle is actually pretty wounded. We do have bombard cannons, so you can potentially snipe any sort of trebuchet assault, or or this guy could get killed off by the Maganites. Maganites are pretty wounded. Perhaps a monk or two will do some work for healing. The gate's now being sieged. Red was trying to set up a castle there, but was unsuccessful. The Teutonic Knights are a good counter and will do great in this choke point. Blue just, I would say, lack response by Blue throughout the game and going for the wrong unit combination versus the Incans, who just had a perfect counter to it with these Eagle Warriors. These Eagle Warriors have 8 armor. The Arbalists only have 10 damage, so they're only doing 2 damage per shot, which is not good. Looks like Green also got some hand cannons. And there goes that castle. Red has a pretty good resource boom, though it is lacking a significant amount of wood. Or, I mean, not wood, gold. So perhaps you should try to focus more on trade carts. Somebody just realized there's some stone and gold over here stuck in the middle of the trees that's pretty much unattainable and unscoutable. Blue only has 17 villagers and only 100 food to make 2 more as well. Blue has queued up a bunch of villagers. He does need them. Castle being built. Green's castle looks like to be interrupted. He actually selected some of these trade carts to go along with him. Bit of an oversight. I guess he didn't have the sloppy select. No, do not select the villagers enabled. Or not enabled. The skirmishers are a good counter to the Magandai, so he will need to bring up more and more onagers. Orange hasn't really done much with food-based economy. He actually has a 6,000 food, and Red has 8,000 food, so the team north side has a huge resource stockpile. Green has quite a bit of resources he could gift to his ally. I don't think the communication is quite sound between these two southern players. The 2 northern players probably don't have super great communication either, but that's not a huge issue because they're winning. So perhaps refresh the wood line. Should have done it at least by once more. Just go ahead and queue up a lumber encampment, like one guy to build a lumber encampment here, 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 and here. Just literally build 4. Blue's now reinforcing the area with some stone walls. He's trying to stabilize and rebuild. If his teammate could gift him some resources, then he builds some more town centers to quickly get back in the game. That would be the best option, but we'll have to wait to see the post game for tributing resources. I don't think there's something here for tributing resources. Orange setting up for another assault. Has a handful of onagers here, but mostly Magandais. Yeah. Hand cannoneers coming on out, but they're an anti-infantry unit. They're not super great versus cavalry. They do have good damage, but other than that, they don't have any bonus damage. I'm actually sort of surprised that onager actually survived the bombard shot. I'm really used to seeing those do one to kill. Hand cannoneers are starting to move on forward. But it's not a good engagement for them. Skirmishers have better engagement. Oh, very nice. These onagers will have... That's a dead group of hand cannoneers. They're starting to excavate his way through this forest using the onagers. Did lose one of them to the bombard cannons. Those lose another one. Some of these bombard cannons are going down as well. But now we've got elite step lancers, so this is a perfect engagement area. Takes out the scout cavalry that was trapped there. And he's only a couple shots away from breaking through, but there's still more walls here. So green's protected, but not blue. Red does still has a force of Teutonic Knights over here. Looks like the fortified walls have been researched for blue. This castle has not been completed. He could just go ahead and cancel it to get the resources back if he's not planning to complete it. Siege Onagers are now here for orange. The elite Step Lancers will have trouble versus Teutonic Knights because of how resilient they are, but the Bombard Cannons will not like the Onager shots. Ooh, that was a close shot. Hits a huge number of his own forces. I really don't like using Onagers because I just hate all the potential splash damage. Oh, that was a good shot. Teuton Knights will go ahead and clear out those Onagers and are starting to kill off some of those Magandais. More and more Step Lancers coming out. He's going to need to focus something other than Step Lancers to take on the Teutonic Knights, but it looks like he's running low on Teutonic Knights themselves. Looks like the force of Teutonic Knights over here have been recalled. They're right here now. Great shot with the Onagers. There is a flanking path for green up over here now. If he were to actually send up forces up this direction and have another force come over here, he could have had quite nice curves go around in combat curve or combat width. Now we've got the Step Lancers coming in that direction. We'll find walls, however, but he can go straight to blue and potentially knock him out the game. Red went ahead and broke through another spot with his Onager. And now we got more Arbalests as well as Skirmishers. Looks like he's out of resources for Eagle Warriors, probably gold. Take a quick look at the economic tab. Yeah, red does actually have quite a bit of gold, actually. And blue went ahead and resigned. And green may shortly follow. You do have the Step Lancers right here, so all of his gold production for the trade carts are no longer available. Large number of siege onagers here as well, so any sort of infantry advancement is doomed to die as well. He needs... It's hard to say. I think onagers of his own, or scorpions for a cheaper alternative, is probably his best option. Does catch out one of the siege onagers right there. And now the Magandais are coming on over. Hey, don't have any good engagements over here, and don't need to worry about blue anymore. Ooh, great hits with the onagers. Did splash down some of his own onagers, but overall, in the end, I think it was worth it. There's also a lot of gold-intensive units. The Bombard Cannons got caught out. Rolls a bit of miss there, but does open up a attacking avenue here. Good hit there. And there we go. The entire attacking force is now down, but there's still one Bombard Cannon, which Magnite can make short work of it. Blue's remaining structure is still problematic. He couldn't send the trebuchets over there to clear them out. But now red is sending out a large force. And there's a lot of Magnites here doing quite a bit of damage to the gate as well. Trebuchets are moving on forward, but there's only skirmishers here and halberdiers. I'm trying to siege this castle. Castle has been repaired. And that is the end of the replay. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.